When it comes to making games, there are common misconceptions in the industry. Usually people go in with the wrong mindset and their games end up flopping. This could be the reason why game devs are actually broke and why right now you are probably not doing the work you're supposed to be doing. Here are some things you need to know before getting into game development. So let's get started. Before you get into game development and earn a living, you should know that if you're a beginner, your first game is probably not gonna make any money without an audience or any following. If you're new to the industry, making devlogs or social media on the progress you're making on your game is a great way to get customers. But on your first game, come on, you're probably not gonna make any money. If you are not currently considering to grow your social media, you really should. But honestly speaking, even making a single dollar is an accomplishment. I know that's gonna put some of you guys down, but instead of trying to make money out of your first game, use it as an opportunity to learn. Another thing that you should know is that you need to have discipline to finish your games beforehand. If you're gonna make games, you need to learn how to finish one. If you know that you are a disciplined person who is willing to work on your project, even if you don't feel like it, then maybe you have the potential. But if you know that you have terrible discipline and you can't stop yourself from procrastinating, then you should probably get a degree and find a job. The next thing you should know is how to deal with burnout. There are gonna be times where you feel burnt out and you hate your project and you want it to just die. This is a project where you just hate what you do and you get tired of making games. So people usually quit. Usually all of a sudden they lose passion for being a game dev. To overcome this, it might not sound controversial, but you simply need to just take a break. There's a time that I was learning how to make games, but at some point I didn't feel any passion anymore. As soon as I took a break and started a bit of web development with my friend, going back to game development after a while was actually not a problem, and it was actually beginning to be fun again. If you have a day where you don't feel like working on your game, you should work on it. But if it gets to the point that you initially were working on a game and now for the last week straight you consecutively don't feel any passion for making games, then you have hit burnout and you should know when to take a break. But don't use this as an excuse when you don't feel like working. You should only need a break once every month or two. The last thing to be mindful for is to set a timetable where you have a specific time to work on your game. A timetable is the most OP productivity tactic out there. If there's any tactic, you should use this one. The timetables at school used to tell us what time each lesson was. This timetable doesn't allow for any flexibility. How could it? Timetables are a good tactic to stay productivity. Just remember to stay consistent. A small bonus tip for those who are still watching till the end, you should adopt the mindset called no 0 days. I got this from a YouTuber called Lost Relic Games. Basically, this philosophy goes by saying working on a new project can be hard, but once you start doing it for a few days and you pick up momentum, so all you're doing is working on your game every day, and once you pick up momentum, you will start to make substantial progress. It goes by you don't take any days off, since every day you do at least something. You don't have to work every day on your desk though. Just thinking about ideas on your game for a few minutes can count. Just don't have a day where you do nothing. If you struggle on finding motivation, click on this video. If you want some more tips, here are some things that you should avoid when making games.